TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Replicant Fish. She did one on just women are so shocked by this particular thing, and it's funny because they do this all the time, but yet when do it, all hell breaks loose. Of course, when us men do things, all hell always breaks loose, right? Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Women are shocked. They are not a man's first choice. Hurt almost that they're not all the one to all of us.
Elementary school, you're telling me you picked her second to be your wife? And then all the men in the comments agreeing, being like, yeah, sometimes when it gets that time where you have to get married, it's best to go with the second option, the nice girl down the street, the girl who's gonna be a good wife, but an even better mother to my kids. Second to be your wife, the person you end up with for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I want to live my 20s and have a good time, and you know, live that whole life, and then in my 30s I want to find a nice guy that's going to be a good husband and provider and a father for my child.
A good wife, but an even better mother to my kids.
Let's stop her there. Shock. Complete shock. And not just her, a lot of women. But talking of runner-up, women act as if they don't do it as well.
Correct.
From bold.com, ever dated a guy you knew wasn't going to be in the picture in a few months? There's nothing wrong with him per se. He's just not the one. Yeah? You see where I'm going, don't you? And you know it. Maybe the timing is off, or the chemistry isn't there, but you still have a good time with him. Interesting. So why not enjoy it while it lasts? The fact is, there's only going to be one Mr. Right, ideally. And as mentioned, no, she's not yours, it's just your turn.
Yep.
But you'll go through a few Mr. Right nows before you get to him. More like being ran through before you get to him. Bruh. Dating around is a necessary evil for you to figure out what you're looking for and to get plowed in the process. And who you are. Mr. Right now is just another pit stop on your way to Mr. Right.
Proper bullshit.
Yeah? So let's not act as if it's just men that do this and see people as a pit stop, an interim. She's an interim chick. She's good for now.
Interim
Probably
chick.
not the one you want, but she'll do for now.
Love me.
And in terms of finding a nice woman to settle down with, a lot of men would be lucky to find a nice woman to settle down with. They'd be lucky. So if a man does find her,
Yeah.
even if she's not the one, considering
That eyelash filter thingy is just so much.
how crap dating is nowadays, if a man does find a woman who's
Or at
not
least
the
I
one
think
but
it's a
she's decent
filter.
enough, could you blame him for settling down with her? Men, comment. Is it actually wrong to find a decent, nice, loving woman
Be a good wife, but an even better mother to my kids.
amongst the rabble? She might not be her for you,
Look at
but
her
I mean,
face.
but she's better than every
She's,
other
like,
woman you've
shocked.
come across. I'm just saying.
New fear unlocked. Did y'all see that viral video of the guy getting asked, like, why did you marry your wife? And then he's like, oh, because she was convenient. She was the nice girl down the street. She was my second option. Bro, be for real. I don't even like being picked second in kickball back in elementary school. You're telling me you picked her second to be your wife? And then all the men in the comments agreeing, being like, yeah, sometimes when it gets that time where you have to get married, it's best to go with the second option, the nice girl down the street, the girl who's gonna be a good wife, but an even better mother to my kids.
Damn right.
Yeah, I can understand it's hurtful being the second option, but it's a good woman, isn't it?
I like
Yeah.
girls who got a
She
little
got
funk
picked.
to 'em. Funk to 'em.
Second to be your wife, the person you end up with for the rest of your life? I couldn't sleep at night knowing I was the second option. Be for real. And then all the women in the comments are like, this is why Love is Blind season 4 triggered me so much. And of course, what I do?
I couldn't sleep at night.
I turned on my TV at 9 o'clock at night and I binge watched Love is Blind. And did it trigger me? Absolutely, but we're gonna get to that.
I just want to say thank you to her for watching it because I wasn't going to watch it. Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that if you pick that girl to be your second option, what's gonna happen 5 years down the line, okay? You're gonna resent her because she was your second option, and she's gonna resent you because you
really?
treat her like the second option, because everyone in that comments made it clear that you're not gonna treat her like the top option because she was definitely your second.
I wonder, using her as an example, and because so many women agree with her, if everything she just said women were doing to men, I mean, you'd think it's just as malicious, wouldn't you? And as disgusting.
It's day.
You see, the difference is, a lot of women openly say they do that. They say they have their fun with
Exactly.
many men.
You have to have many, many men.
Then look for a sucker, a safe guy. He's not the one. She can't get the one anymore. She's ran out all her options. She can't get the one anymore, but she can get him. There are many hims. Second, third, fifth choice men. Yeah?
Not the one.
But he's not the one. I'm just saying, women act as if they don't do it as well when
Correct.
they're notorious for doing it.
If you
They
didn't
are.
grow up with super loving parents, I'm gonna need you to get you a friend who has super loving parents who've been married for a very long time, because you can see 40 years, 50 years down the line, that man is still trying to chase the woman as it should be. What's gonna happen when you pick a woman to be your second option and treat her that way is, let's say you have kids 5 years down the line, you guys are gonna end up getting divorced and they're gonna live in separate households where you have to co-parent. Or number two, you guys
Well, considering that most women
Yep,
initiate divorces,
That's
I
exactly
mean,
it.
you're kind of telling on yourself. You're kind of telling women's plan. I mean, is she angry because, we're seeing what women do and men are
And we're using
responding
it
and
against
reacting
them?
to what women do?
She belongs to the streets.
Because if women initiate most divorces, wouldn't that say a lot of those men were never the one? They were just second options to those women.
Ooh.
They were safe, comfortable options, and now she's got half or more. I'm just saying.
are gonna try to fake it.
Yeah.
Your kids are gonna know you're trying to fake it. Or number two, you guys cannot stand each other and your kids are gonna see that and still not see a stable two-parent household. This show triggered me so much I could do a part 2 on just my opinions, okay? So Love is Blind, a bunch of romantic hopefuls come, they speed date, but they can't see what each other look like. There's a wall. And so once you fall in love with this person just based on their personality, you get engaged to them before you ever see them. So we have Kwame, who was speed dating 2 girls, Micah and Chelsea. Micah was his obvious first choice. He says that multiple times, but Micah ends up falling in love with somebody else. So she tells Kwame, hey, we gotta end things, okay? Really don't like her. She's out the picture. He ends up settling for Chelsea after being super, super sad about the whole Micah situation. And Chelsea, I feel like he settled for her because she always let him know, hey, you're my first choice. I'm really in love with you. I really want you. And I feel like he found security in that. So here's where the problem happens, okay? So now they get engaged and Micah is now engaged to her new boo, okay? So now they all get to meet each other. Micah, this slimy little girl, sees Kwame and she's like, wow, he's so much finer than who I ended up with. Let me go flirt with him while his woman is standing and watching them right there. And
yeah.
of course, Kwame, Micah was his first choice. And
Again, this is women. Women, you literally said it. That woman felt bad because she didn't pick the right man, so she's gonna go and take the man from that other woman. You're the one that's saying this. What? Like you're even admitting that women are initiating this right here.
he says all the time, she's my first option. Even if she had a peg leg and she was ugly, I would still have feelings for her. So now you're telling me this poor girl, Chelsea, who's an amazing woman, an amazing human being, literally has to constantly fight for her spot, even though she already has a ring on her finger because she was the second option?
Oh my
And that's what a lot
god.
of women are using as an example of their, shared pain and hurt, of knowing they could possibly be second choice women.
Disgusting.
If every woman thinks because a man is with her, she is his first choice, they're completely delusional.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They're utterly insane, to be honest. And it's not, I'm not even saying it to be rude or even sound misogynistic, but if every woman really believes like, yo, woman, you're not my first choice.
Nope.
She's giving me her time. Hey, I'm in. But to be a man's first choice, there are some men out there who would rather be single if they're not with their first choice.
Personally, me, that just won't slide for me. That just won't slide. Like, knowing that my man has a first option that he could potentially go to one day and that he won't give me the world because he's constantly thinking about her, like, I would not be able to sleep at night. Fight for my spot is crazy, me already having the ring on my finger. Please, ladies, know your worth. You are not anyone's second option, period.
And the same to men. You
Yep.
are no woman's second option. Except
Damn
the
right,
fact
man.
is, because a lot of men know they have been a woman's second option. The worst second option is when you're a dad and the kid's not yours. That's even worse. How?
Damn. You heard the man. When the kids aren't yours. Dude, that was some hilarious chow that women are getting upset about this second choice thing. You know, like men have been dealing with this, and we are the ones that lose the 50% when they decide to want to leave. At least most of the time. Yeah. It's just funny when men have something that women don't have, they get upset. And when they have something, now men want to do it too, they get upset. Anything, they just don't want equality at all. They really don't. They just want all the privileges in the world. And if men are trying to get in on those privileges, fuck nah. Unless call yourself a woman, then you'll get those privileges. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time.